All right, we have Mr. Henry in the house. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, bro.
Nwoko.
Nwoko?
Yeah.
That's such a sick last name.
Thank you.
What do you call it, dude? So, how long have you been, like, this might sound like a stupid question, but, like, jacked? Like, because as, like, human beings, like,
Yeah.
you grow up and, like, you develop, obviously, and you didn't always used to be this way.
Absolutely not. No.
Right. So,
No.
like, when did you start getting, I guess, like, compliments from people, or just, like, started seeing, like, your body progress and grow to, like, where it is now, and where it has been for, like, the past, obviously, few years?
Honestly, I think I just always have, because I've always been more athletic than everyone else. Like, I want to say high school. Mm-hmm. I'm built to be very lean, very small.
Yeah.
Like the muscle you see right now is obviously from years of like knocking on that door, putting in all the work. And
what do you mean you're naturally small?
I'm very like lean. I'm slim. So like
Okay.
I filled out over the years. I've put on a lot of muscle mass, but
So you were saying if you didn't work out like to the amount that you do right now, you wouldn't have like the muscle size that you do?
no.
Oh,
would not,
okay.
For sure. Would not be able to hold on to it. I mean, I'd say high school, to be honest.
Yeah, did you play any sports in high school?
Yeah. So
What did you play?
Football and track.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And is that when you started like weightlifting?
yeah, honestly, I started messing around with weights even like before high school, just kind of like, in the house. Like I like anime a lot, so growing up with like
Yeah, what type of anime?
Huh?
What type of anime?
There's a lot of stuff that I
Damn,
like,
you
like
and
Dragon
Kev,
Ball
bro.
Z,
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z, you got the Gundam, you got the
You like dude, all I know is Naruto and Avatar.
yeah, those are the big ones too, but watching a show like Dragon Ball Z where you see these dudes with like power levels and strength, and that's just like the whole point of the show. Like it gets you hyped up to like get in there and do the same thing. So
Sure.
that's really what it was, like that. And like my dad actually used to like have dumbbells at home too, and he would like Sunday mornings he would always be in the living room lifting.
Oh yeah.
So like seeing that as a kid too, pairing it with like some other things that you like to watch, like anime or
that's crazy.
cartoons.
I've never even like a lot of people, like you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger or like some of these big bodybuilders, they get inspired by like athletes or like boxers or like whatever, and it's cool that your inspiration started from like anime.
Yeah, man.
That's cool because like Dragon Ball Z, dude, all those dudes are absolutely jacked. Like
Literally.
they got
Literally.
they got like Giannis deltoids like up the
Built.
built. What do you call it? So when did you start getting into bodybuilding? Because so like you rewind real quick. You started working out, played sports.
Yeah.
And did you want to become a bodybuilder? Was that the goal? Or like where did that come in your head? Because like you've competed before, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
2019. So I've never wanted to become a bodybuilder in terms of the actual like as far as the actual professional standard.
Yeah.
I think bodybuilding is really just like
Can you define that professional standard?
professional standard is competing with other men, or women if you're a bodybuilder and you're female. You go to these competitions, you're on stage, and you're competing to be the best in the world
Okay.
with other people.
Yeah.
And then there's, the other bodybuilding, which is pretty much you just like, you're in the gym, you're trying to change your body. You're literally trying to lift weights and change the shape of your physique, change the amount of muscle you have. That's, for me, it's more of like it's just an enjoyable thing. Like I've never really like.
Why do you enjoy it?
It makes you feel good. It makes me feel good. If I honestly wasn't able to like work out for like a month straight for whatever reason, which I've been there with my knee surgery,
Sure.
which we'll talk about later.
But you could still work out like any other parts of your body.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you mean? You can still work out?
You were talking about your knee. I'm saying like you could still work out. You still worked out, didn't you, or no?
No, I mean, so when
Get to your point. Go to your point.
Yeah, my point is that if someone took bodybuilding or lifting weights away from me, it would be very detrimental to my mental health, because for me that's like my escape from everything, right? So like that's where I go to feel good about myself. I go to just get a little bit of motivation. It does something to your brain to like help you focus.
Yeah, I always say lifting weights makes me a better person.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just because I feel like males, especially, like, I don't know, from like years and years and years of just like evolution, have like some type of aggression in them, right? And I feel like it has to be released in some way. If it's like I don't know, if it's like sexual or like violence or like whatever, it has to get out in like some way.
Deadlifts,
you know, I know.
Like, some way.
Yeah. Like, and when I do like a heavy deadlift or heavy bench or squat or like, and you're absolutely exhausted after, and then you go about your day and you're like, oh, I'm a nice person. Someone gets mad at you, yelling at you. You're like, hey man, calm down. You're good to go. Like, I have a great day, sir. You know?
It does. It helps you build, it for sure helps you build control.
Yeah.
Because once you start getting stronger, you start to realize that, you know, you have the power to, you know, to hurt people if you really like wanted to, or, you know, but that you learn, you know, learn to kind of control that the same way you're controlling the weight, keeping yourself from getting hurt. Yeah. Same way, same concept as you take weights, you go apply it to other things in life. You're able to work hard. You're able to kind of be a little bit more disciplined with, you know, because with lifting, you have to, it's not just the weights. You got to eat properly. You got to make sure you're getting sleep. Yeah. Create some sort of discipline so you can take that and apply that to other things.
Yeah. Do you know who Jocko Willink is?
Who?
Jocko Willink?
I don't know.
He's
I'm not sure.
He wrote this book called Discipline Equals Freedom. He's like this military guy, and he always talks about like discipline in the gym. He does a lot of jiu-jitsu. He was in the military. Makes freedom in like your entire life. So if you are disciplined with your food, you'll have a good body. If you're disciplined with the workouts, you'll gain muscle. If you're disciplined with your money, you'll be financially free. You know, like all these things. And I feel like working out, and I'm not perfect by all means, but like has allowed me to, if you could show up, no matter how good you feel or bad you feel or emotional state you're at, like you just show up, do the work, and then you will get the result in the end. It like bodybuilding and working out is just like you could see a direct result.
Exactly.
Hey, period, end of story.
Direct result of the amount of effort you are willing to put in. So whenever someone looks at you, what they're seeing is how much you actually have put in, you know. And it's the beauty of really like lifting weights is that you can't buy it. You can't. That's the only thing you can't buy in this world, bro. Like you can't. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I take that back because times are changing. You know, I'm seeing some abs on some dudes that
I'm seeing asses that look real, bro.
Bro, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. But yes, for the most part, obviously, it just shows that you take good care of yourself. Sure. You know, so yeah.
How much do you think those ab surgeries cost? Because I've seen a couple too, bro.
Bro, probably, if I were to guess, like $20K.
At least, right?
At least.
And how crazy would it be? It's just like to think of that. Like,
imagine going and getting surgery just for abs. Like, you really couldn't just sit there and like spend like 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah, it's not like a boob job where you could work really, really, really hard in the gym and just get like
man, that is crazy to me. It's so crazy. They got calves too now, bro.
No,
that I could use for sure. They got calf implants.
Do you work out calves?
I do train calves, man, but you know how that goes, bro. Like, it's just,
dude. I think it's real though. Like,
it's a hard gain.
I think you can actually grow your calves. Like, obviously, there's genetics involved, but like, it's just I feel like people don't work calves like they work quads.
No, you can grow anything. So we all have a genetic ceiling, of course, but calves just seems to be one of those things where it's the hardest to grow and the first to leave as soon as you leave it alone. So sucks, but you know, it is what it is.
How did you learn how to bodybuild? So for example, or like I guess work out properly, because everyone has their own like venue like route into like the fitness industry, right? Like I watched a ton of YouTube growing up, and I just like followed a ton of like fitness people like back in the day. Like I have a ton of friends who played sports growing up, and they learned it in the gym, you know, like vice versa. Like, so how did you like learn how to lift properly and controlled and all this stuff? Because me and you we go to public gyms still, like you go to Speakeasy sometimes, I go to 24. Like so many people don't know how to work out properly.
No, I mean, you know, just like anything else in life, if you take an interest to it, like a real interest, you're going to go do the research. Like I was on YouTube just like you, looking up, you know, how to train back, how to bring my biceps up, because I just really wanted these these
Features.
bigger features,
Yeah.
better features. So it's that coupled with obviously experience. Like if I try something and I was like, damn, bro, this is not working for me, I might get hurt. Look for another video, try something else. There's so much content out there, and there has been for years. The thing is, people just don't want to look for it, which is why I'm a trainer. Like,
Sure.
This is why we make money, because people don't want to take the time to do their own research, or or aren't able to really like push themselves the same way. So
or accountability, like being able to show up too. Like they will go to the gym to meet Henry, versus like go to the gym and just like, okay, I could do it another day type of deal. Like Henry's waiting for me. Like I've put in the work, like all this stuff.
He's already there, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Right.
Did you want to be a personal trainer? Like, what was your reasoning for being a personal trainer?
Honestly, I never saw personal training coming. It's just that I've always been in the gym. People started to notice that my body started to change. I was good at it. I was very passionate about it for myself. So like people were like, why don't you just train other people? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? So like I started out in college just training foreign exchange kids.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, most of them were Asian.
Dude, how was that experience?
It was interesting because it's just you're learning just like they are. I'm learning how to be a trainer. I'm learning how to be professional. I'm learning how to teach people.
Yeah.
So like you got to start somewhere, just like the people at the top. Everyone starts somewhere. So
I feel like you learn way more about the craft that you're doing. So I believe bodybuilding is an art, because you are transforming your body as your canvas.
Yeah. And your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
And your client is your canvas too. Like whatever you do, whatever, like, I guess like paintbrush or whatever you want to say,
right.
like you're changing.
Right.
You're creating this. It's your body. It's their body,
Right.
Changing that. But what was I going to talk about? The foreign exchange student. So I had a foreign exchange student when I was training at UCLA too. And
I let go.
And it was basic stuff. I was a green trainer. Is green or red new? Green?
I want to say green.
Yeah, like they're pretty green.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I was a green trainer.
Yeah.
So you have to like slowly build like a client up to there. You can't just be like, dude, we're doing this.
Yeah.
So I did that like really quickly. Like, and I didn't even know it was that. It was just like I don't know. I think it was like pull downs, planks, and ball throws or something like that. Super simple. Just seeing like if he can handle the shoulder mobility, whatever. This is like, I think my 5th or 6th client ever. And I think 10 minutes in, he's throwing up in the bathroom. And it was a huge lesson for me too. But I was like, it also taught me too that like my definition of like not being fit at that time is totally different than like regular humans like not fit.
Yeah. No, we're not all made the same. Well, we are, but we don't all end up in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, the thing with clients is you really gotta like take the first few days to really like see where they're at.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill them right away. You want to see how strong they are.
Yeah.
Start with all the basics and just kind of.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a mishap like that at all in your training career?
Bro, of course. Yeah, I had one. What happened? I had one lady like. She started like hyperventilating, and it was just like, I was like, man, scary. I do not want to have to. I've never had to do CPR yet.
Don't say
ever.
Yet.
No. I mean, you never know. You never know. Knock on wood. But I've never had to do that. And I thought that day, I was like, man, this is gonna be the day. I don't want to do this right now, but luckily I didn't have to.
Yeah.
But that's like, I think that's every trainer's biggest fear, is at that point like having to actually give someone CPR. Get to the point,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's so scary. I think I've had people just like have to sit down, give them some Gatorade, their sugar, glucose levels low. That happens quite a bit. That's like not uncommon.
It's normal.
Honestly, that happens at F45 a lot, because if a new person's coming to F45 and they don't know training, like that your heart rate's going through the roof for a new trainer over there. By the way, guys, Henry is the head trainer at F45 Burbank. Go hit that studio up if you want to train with Henry over there.
Come through.
Yeah. So, do you enjoy personal training?
I do. I have a passion in teaching because I just want to see people be better. You know, obviously, like, I enjoy getting paid.
Sure.
But for me,
like anybody.
yeah, you know, like, I'm literally the type of trainer where if I'm supposed to be with you for an hour,
Yeah.
and you know, we have like 10 more minutes left, 15 more minutes left. If I don't have someone right after you, I'm gonna stay that extra time just to make sure you get it done.
Yeah.
Because I want you to get the best out of your time with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I enjoy training. I enjoy teaching people how to be better because I enjoy it for myself.
Yeah.
And I know what it's done for me, so I want to do the same for other people.
I honestly think it's a little bit selfish in the best way possible, meaning that, like, every time, so probably one of my biggest clients that I've had was probably like 350 pounds, 6'5", big, tall, white guy.
Yeah.
Right? Huge. Like 350 pounds is big.
Yeah.
Right? He lost 50 pounds with me in about 3.5, 4 months. And he was saying, like, oh, like, I could walk upstairs now. I could carry my kid, like, shit like that. It's dope. And, like, I felt so good, dude. I don't know if you get that same feeling, but, like,
of course,
like, regardless of the money, yeah, it's cool.
Of course.
But, like, you helped change someone's life. Like,
changing lives is the primary goal.
I know, dude.
You know, there's nothing more satisfying and more, there's nothing like it, bro. Like, you know, you're changing someone's perspective on how much better they can be. And it's like they couldn't see it before, but you just, like, cleared out all this fog for them, and now they see all this potential to grow. So
how do you get someone to change, I guess, like, their mindset of, like, low confidence and, like, low morale? Because, like, a lot of people go to the gym because they aren't well, that's why I went to the gym in the beginning. I wasn't confident. Low morale, was, like, super, like, self-deprecating, like, on myself, you know? Yeah. Like, do you have those conversations with, like, anybody, like, any of your clients or anything like that? Or is it just basically, like, get the work done and then you'll build it?
No, I mean, these guys come to you as not just a coach, but, like, you're like a therapist too. So, like, you got to talk to them. So obviously you want to find out more about them, talk to them, try to figure out things that, things in their life that, like, you know, that maybe you've gone through that you can kind of, like, walk them through and help them get better with. And that's just kind of what it is, you know?
Yeah.
You just got to show them that it's possible to be better, to be this person that they came to you for to begin with. Obviously, if they came to you as a trainer, they want to be better. They want to be stronger. They want to look better. They want to feel better. So, like, show them right away that, like, yo, like, I can help you get there somehow. Yeah. You know, so.
If you had any advice to, I guess, like, anyone out there who's, like, struggling with, like, trying to get in shape or, like, low morale, like, where would you advise them to start? Like, if square one hasn't, like, picked up a weight, doesn't know anything about weight training, zero confidence, like, what's step one?
Step one is always going to be in the mind. Like, if your mind is not ready, you're just never going to be able, just like bodybuilding.
How do you get ready, though?
You have to you have to get to a point where you finally tell yourself, okay, I've had enough of living this way. I need to change. Yeah. That's it. As soon as you get to that point, then it just becomes easier to want to continue being consistent with whatever it is that you have to do to get to the next step. So, you know, like with bodybuilding, like, I probably couldn't do it right now because I'm not in the right mindset. I'm just like, there's just too much shit going on in my life right now. So you have to really get into a space where, like, I want this thing badly. Yeah. Like, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get to it. Yeah. So it starts with the mind and wanting something enough to really put in the time.
You just take action and commit to it.
Get your mind right, commit. Yeah. Just go, really. Just, like,
that's easy to say, though. It's hard to do.
It is easy to say, but I feel like it's also easy to do if you can get your mind to that place. It's easier than you think it is. You just have to get your mind to the place, that space where you have just had enough of whatever it is that you don't want.
I don't know if that makes it easy to do, though, bro.
Easier to do. Okay. Sorry, maybe not easy, but easier. Yeah. A lot easier.
Yeah. Because there's a reason why there's a reason why there's trainers. The reason why we have careers. There's a reason why so many I don't even know the stat, but it's like over 60% of the people in the United States are, like, obese and overweight, right?
There's plenty of reasons. So it's not just one. It could be laziness, too.
All those people are, I would say, a good chunk of those people, like, do want to get in shape, do desire these things, do desire confidence, do desire, like, you know, these qualities that you're saying right now are, like, it's easy to do. It's easier to do, you know?
Yeah, but like you can want things, but like you can be like, okay, I want that one day, but like not really like care that much, you know? Like if you really want something, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get it. Like there's just no other way around it. You know, if somebody really likes a girl, right?
Sure.
If they really like that girl and they really want her, they don't want anyone else to get to her first. They're gonna do whatever they can to like make sure that they get there.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna try to, you know, take her on dates, buy her, you know what I mean.
Sure.
The point is that you have to want something enough to really like be able to start taking the steps to actually doing it, you know.
Because I guess if you really wanted it, you would do it. And that's basically what you're saying.
Bro, if you really want anything, you'll go after. You really wanted this place, right? You found a way to get here.
Yeah.
You weren't, I'm sure you started out, you were like, oh, I would like to find a place one day, you know, maybe like find a spot in LA, you know, kind of have this vision created for yourself. But like, I'm sure at one point you were like, man, I can't keep doing this. I gotta figure out how I can find the space so I can grow to the next level.
100%.
So
100%.
Yeah.
Have you followed Tony Robbins at all?
Yeah, of course.
So like one of the biggest things that I've listened for like one of his audiobooks a couple years back is like you are your standards. Yeah. So like for example, like if my standard is to have a six-pack, it's just what it is. Like our lifestyle is around that. So like my standard of living is this nice apartment in LA. My standard 3 years ago was like 4 roommates in Santa Monica in a shitty apartment. That was my standard. I was just like, oh, like this is what I can afford. This is my lifestyle. This is how it is. But my standards changed. Yeah. Like over time, and I was like, that makes sense. Totally what you were saying. It's just like if you really want something and you create this like vision in your mind of like this is how I want to live, this is how I want to be, like you do it. You have to tell yourself that you can actually do it. So you have to convince yourself that you can actually do this thing too. When most people don't believe it. If you don't believe it, it's not gonna happen, bro. Like it's not. You know, like I tell myself this every day. Like I wake up, I'm like, bro, like at some point, God forbid, like I don't get killed or something or hurt, I'm gonna be rich, right? Yeah. But obviously, it's not. You're not gonna just wake up and get there, right? You have to like take the steps. You have to be willing to take risks that maybe most people wouldn't take. Yeah. Opportunities that may pop up. Be wise enough to like know which ones that might get you closer to that direction and just like go there. Yeah. But the end goal is like I know I'm gonna be rich. Most people are like, I'm cool. Like I'm comfortable living this like okay life where I'm like, nah, man, I want to be rich. Why do you want to be rich? Because I want to have the freedom to do whatever I want, and then to be able to help other people do whatever they want. Sure. Because you can't take the money with you, bro. You really can't. You can't. Why not just have fun helping other people? Yeah. Why? Yeah. I think about money a lot too. I came to this conclusion in my head though, in terms of like happiness, that you don't need that much money to be happy. Meaning like around $60,000, $70,000 a year, if you're a single person, like you could take care of all your bills, enjoy most meals that you want, you know, pay for a roof over your head, a nice car, like all that stuff. You can, you know, and I feel like the goal of being like really, really, really rich is like, what is it called? Like the desire, I forgot who said this. Desire is the contract that you make to yourself to be really unhappy until you fulfill it. Yeah. That's true, bro. That's deep. But it's actually pretty true. You know? And it's true. And I was like, do I want to have that desire to be really unhappy until I fill that goal, no matter how long it takes? Or should I be content and really happy like where I'm at, like you said, but like slowly progressing to that goal, but like, you know what I'm saying? You know what? No, let's take a step back, because that's not, so there is joy in progress and the process of working too. Just like for me, when I was smaller, obviously I wanted to get bigger, build this body that I'd want. Obviously I wasn't happy. Like I wasn't happy. You weren't where you wanted to be. I wasn't like pining away. I was just like, okay, cool. Like this is nice. I'm like working at this, and like I see the progress. I see the vision that's gonna get there. Yeah. You know, I'm slowly growing. I'm slowly figuring out nutrition, figuring out how my body works, figuring out rest and all this stuff. So like it's the same process for building wealth too. Like you just can't kill yourself over it, man. You gotta just know. And everyone wants. But like, if like next year, I'm not where I want to be. If next year after that, I'm not where I want to be in terms of finances. Like, but like it's progressing, and it's like, fuck, I'm not a billionaire yet. Fuck, I'm not a millionaire yet. Fuck, I'm not a, you know, like that's not a good mindset to have. I don't know if that's what you were saying. I just wanted to like bounce some ideas off you there.
I see your point for sure, but you know, I'm always gonna tie it back into weights. Like there's no such thing as the perfect like body, bro. You're always going to continue to work towards this thing that you could never really achieve, because that's just the joy, the beauty of bodybuilding, you know, such as in life, you're never really, you know, I don't want to say there's such thing as enough money, but like, I mean, I guess there could be, but like, you know, there's never enough knowledge. You can never stop learning. There's always more to want to learn. You know, there's always more to, you just want more. The more you have, the more you can give, bro. You can share. Like if I didn't know any of this shit about bodybuilding, how am I supposed to teach someone else?
You're right.
Right. So like same thing.
And I feel like, especially since in LA, like all the, I guess like more well-off people I know, they always want to help people. You know, it like, for example, I'm building this bitters company, right? And a lot of wealthy people drink alcohol, you know, and that's the biggest thing that I learned about, like, I don't know, for me, I had like similar aspirations growing up. Like, oh, like I listen to all these motivational speeches, like, oh, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, like all these things. And what do these people do? And I was like, I always see Arnold Schwarzenegger and Michael Jordan smoking cigars. So I got into cigars, you know, like I got into drinking and like all this stuff. But my point was, I was sitting down at a bar all the time, and I talk about this bitters company, and like I work at a very nice place, and they're always like, here's my number, here's my card, like I'll try to connect you, find like whatever I can do, like right now. Like I feel like once you get to a certain point, all you can do is help people. Like that's all that's all that you can do to make yourself feel happy. Back to personal training, you know,
because you know that at some point maybe that help is going to change that person's life. Just like you know, when you're helping your client lose weight, he's able to hold his kids, walk up the stairs. You know that was because of you. You did something to kind of help him get to that point.
So how do you balance right now? At 45, head coach, personal training. You're doing acting too?
I'm trying to I'm making my way back there.
Modeling, like
the whole COVID thing, I had to kind of by force. I wasn't able to really work because you know how it goes, bro. I wasn't prepped to be able to work as far as the industry standards
go. I mean, everything too. Personal training went down. Like I mean, it honestly benefited me because I just threw weights in my car and I drove to clients and charged twice as much.
No, that was fine. That worked out for me. Like I think personal training did not suffer.
Oh, really?
No. Okay. For most trainers, I find that they were doing better because now you don't have a gym. Well, first of all, you don't have to pay gym rent. You know, you have people who are just like thirsty to just get out there and do something because they're just all been in the house.
Sure.
So I was doing the park workout thing too.
Okay.
But I don't know. Just you have to be vaccinated to be able to work in Hollywood for the most part. Yeah. For you to book big campaigns or any of that stuff.
Sure.
They want to see their clients vaccinated. So I was not for a while, and I just kind of just wasn't working. I'm not working because I'm not vaccinated. So it's I refused to get vaccinated. Wasn't able to book anything.
Do you think that'll change it all?
You know, honestly, I don't know at this point because I've waited already so long, and I just kind of don't see a change because I feel like people in the industry kind of just do what they're told. Everyone at this point is vaccinated. You know, they're just doing what they can to make the money because at this point, I mean, if you're making money, why hinder yourself from making it from, you know? Yeah,
it's just, I kind of get like
there's no pushback.
What do you mean?
Like no one's fighting. So like no one's like arguing about it.
I do get frustrated because you and I know for a fact that there's a good chunk of A-listers out there who aren't vaccinated.
No, I know, bro. I know how. I've finally figured out how it works.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's kind of frustrating.
It's very
because that's just how the industry works. You know, so now the barrier to entry is even higher. It's like it already was at a level, but like now
they want you vaxxed, they want you boosted, they want you ready to go. It's It's crazy.
Yeah, well, Kiana, same thing with her dance gigs, everything.
Yeah,
like
dude.
It's not just acting. It's literally
everything entertainment-wise.
Entertainment-wise. But
it's crazy.
It's funny, too, like, looking at the spectrum of just, like, COVID in terms of vaccinations because, like, it's not really political either because, like, there's hippies in Santa Monica who practice yoga who will never get vaccinated. But there are people who, like, are super into fitness but in the acting world are going to get vaccinated because that's their barrier to entry now.
Yeah.
You know?
You just got to get to a point where you either you figure it out or you tell yourself, yo, like, is this really important?
I hope it does
me?
because, like, I mean, I hope it, like, rolls over in the next few years just because, like...
the next few years, boy, we don't have time to wait the next few years. We got to...
I'm not acting,
bro. We're trying to work right now.
I'm saying best few years.
I know. Bro, I've waited so long. And I'm just like, honestly, for the first time since I moved to LA, I actually thought about leaving this place like several weeks ago. I think it was August 2016.
Okay.
So I've been here several years now.
You're thinking about leaving recently?
Bro, I just, so many things just happened. I'm just like, you know what, man? Like, do I really need to be here right now? I haven't worked in a while. So, like, I'm now in a place where, like, I'm like, okay, now I'm putting myself back out there trying to get some work. Finally. We don't need to go into that.
So you're not talking about, like, you're talking about acting work?
Acting work.
Okay, not. I was like, you're working.
No. not the typical, like, training work.
Gig work. Gig work. Okay.
So, yes. So, navigating that right now the best way I can, and I'm trying to, figure that out again. But I did, before I got to this point where I figured out how to go about it, so that I can work.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I've realized that there's people out there who just kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah, and it has.
Yes.
Back to the thing. If you want it enough, you'll figure it out.
If you want something enough, you'll figure it out. Right.
You figure out how to do it.
So I figured out how to go about it. But the point is, before I figured it out, I thought about leaving. I just got,
because
overwhelmed, bro.
Did you come out here to LA to act?
Came out here to act. That was my primary reason for moving here.
So no training, no nothing. It's
dude. Training is just like a way so I could like survive, be comfortable enough to like, do what I want to do.
Sure.
I can train anywhere I'm at pretty much.
Anywhere.
Yeah. So I started asking myself, I got overwhelmed, bro. I was like, bro, this is not like me because I don't really I'm very good with managing stress. Mm-hmm. Like if it's just me, there's no one else like adding stress to my life, like no chick or anything. Yeah.
Cool, calm, collected most of the day.
Yeah, I can figure it out, bro. Yeah. Like it might take me some time, but I can figure out how to get out of any situation I'm in, and LA is a roller coaster, bro. You're up and down, and but
emotional roller coaster.
Yes, that's man, bro. Yes. Oh my god. But yeah, dude. I just kind of got to the point where I was like, you know what? I started looking at places in Dallas, Texas. I've thought of moving to Texas. I'm like, bro, Texas is actually not too bad.
Gyms are dope, bro.
Especially right now. Exactly, right.
Gyms are so nice.
Especially right now, But like then I sat about it. I sat on it for a little bit longer. I'm like, bro, I'd be leaving a lot behind if I just left.
What would you leave behind?
I mean, bro, like I have stuff here. I have a car. I have, like there's a lot. I have an opportunity to become a better, to become what I wanted to do. I've been here for 5-6 years already, bro. If I leave here right now, then I'm almost just throwing away that whole time that I've struggled through trying to figure it out just because I had a moment, Mm-hmm. So like it's like,
and you don't want to react so like quickly to like that emotional like I don't know thought that just came. I mean, you were looking at places in Texas, bro.
I was like, bro, those places are looking real nice, bro. Looking at apartments for $1,100, bro, that are way bigger. I'm like, bro, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, What do you call it? One of my good friends, she's an orthodontist, and she just moved from LA to, I think, Dallas. And she has this nice 2.5 or like 2-bedroom, 2-bath like apartment. I think for around $2K. But there's literally a full-sized gym.
Yeah,
two gyms, rooftop gym and like below gym. And I'm talking about like 5 power racks, like a deadlift platforms, a whole like lat pull down, everything, bro, for an apartment complex.
Is that part of her rent? It's all paid.
All paid for.
See, that's ideal as fuck because you can just train clients out of there.
Yeah.
Save yourself that extra $500 plus a month for gym rent.
Yeah.
And
man. Do you pay gym rent?
Yeah.
So it's not. That's honestly better than it's better than them taking a percentage because like.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I was at Equinox for not even that long, like a month, and because I found out their rates, and it's like they said, oh yeah, we take 65% for your first 3 months, and I was like, even if I bring my 2 clients over it? You're like, yeah. And I'm like,
no,
that makes sense.
I've never wanted to work for a gym in that regard. You know, but I have found myself working for, like, I've worked for the gym that I coach people at right now.
Yeah. What's it
But
called?
I also coached out of Burbank Fitness Club. So it's in downtown Burbank.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks pretty nice.
It's nice, man. It's one of those gyms where it's like, it's kind of low key. It's not like a 24 where it's packed. You can always go in there and kind of get what you need to get done without fighting for weights and such.
Sure.
But
Kev, so I've been working out the one in Sherman Oaks. I just working out there, and Kev said he used to train there. Bro, it's a shit show.
Yeah,
There's
man.
so many people there.
It's a lot going on.
So many people there.
I've been trying to get you to come through with Kev. You know,
I know, dude. I need to. I'm retiring from personal training. Did he tell you that?
That's. I mean, no, you didn't tell me that, but that's something that I would like to do as well. That's around the corner.
It's not. So F45 is like you're getting consistent income. So I'm talking about personal training where, like, so I have a couple big clients, and I only have, I think, 4 total now, or had 3 total, and it was like twice a week. But I'm driving Mal, so I'll get off at bartending at 2 a.m. and I have to be at their house at 7 a.m. Right, so I'm averaging 3.5, 4 hours of sleep for like the last year, right? And I'm just grinding, trying to get like money, whatever, like that. But I was like, I came to the conclusion, you could tell me if you agree with this at all, I'm helping others get better at the expense of myself not getting better, right? Yeah. So like, I'm waking up, I'm making money, I feel like I'm doing something for me, but I'm honestly losing sleep, helping other people get better, and not focusing on things I want to get better at. So what is that? For me, it's like this podcast and bitters. That's really it. And I'm like, that's been put over here, and I've put my work, my clients, and all these above that. Why is the most important thing that I want to do at the bottom?
Because you got to make that money so you can do that stuff, bro.
You're right.
You know, at the end of the day, that's really what it is. But at the end of the day,
you're right. But you go out less. You go out on dates less with your girl. Like if you really want it, you could figure it out.
You could.
Back to that point.
Usually we have to get to a point where things are fucking have hit the ceiling, when shit has hit the fan for most guys. Before we make changes in our lives. But like, you know, most trainers have obviously been to this point where we're like, bro, like, this is, because at the end of the day, you're giving your time for money. Which is the shitty part about
job, though, bro.
No, but with training, for sure, you are giving your time literally for, like, you know, you have to be wherever these people are.
Yes,
you know,
but that's the same thing at, like, if you're working at McDonald's, you're literally at McDonald's, and you're trading your time for money.
True, but it feels a little bit different because with training people, it just feels, if you have a lot of clients, you're not just gonna, you might not sit there the whole day. You might go out, come back in between. Those little movements get you more tired. You're going out, you're doing shit, you come back after a break. When you have like a 9 to 5, you're just there the whole time until you leave. So like, you get used to it. It's easier to get used to that, I guess. But with training, it's also not consistent. Because then you might have to like reschedule. And it just can get exhausting trying to work around people's time, because then you're putting yours on hold, because you want to obviously keep the clients. So you have to make sure that you try to at least work in a way where you can kind of sort of compromise.
Because it honestly compromises your life too, because you're going to make an extra effort to open up. Hey, this is the only time that I could work out. Okay, I'm going to move stuff around so I can be in,
you know, so you have a date at 6 p.m. You got a client who you kind of know is on the fence of leaving. They can't train at 11 a.m. They can only train at 6 p.m. that day. You're like, damn, do I just tell this guy, nah, I got a date, or do I skip my date so that I can keep the client? It's like
you're gonna spend money or make some money.
Yeah, bro.
You choose?
So these are situations that,
I mean, ultimately you choose what's important to you at the end of the day. But like, I did a lot of self-reflecting these last literally 2 weeks, and that's why I'm like, I'm gonna take the L there in terms of financially, but I think it's gonna be a big W in terms of just like mental health and like just growth in general. You know? And I've been debating about it. I've been saying I wanted to do that for over a year. And I was like, dude, it's the best thing that keeps you accountable is you tell other people that you're going to do it. But then they're like,
you hear the end of it.
No, because I said, I'm retiring from personal training. Didn't you say that like a year and a half ago? And I'm like, I did, didn't I? Like, you're looking like a fraud, bro. Like you got to commit and do it.
You got to commit, man. Hold you accountable.
I feel like that's the best thing that you got to say. Like you keep preaching or promoting like what you're gonna do, and like people are gonna keep you accountable, especially your close friends.
That's how I am, man. Like, I don't like to say things unless like I actually know that I'm gonna go and do it, because then at that point people will just talk and let you know that you're fucking up. Like, I thought you were, look what happened.
Yeah.
No one wants to deal with that feeling. So like they're like,
I think it's an important feeling to have, though.
It is, which is what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to say it unless you know that you're gonna go towards it. If not, you just feel like shit.
Yeah.
Because you just made it's almost like you're really just letting yourself down. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The worst feeling is letting yourself down. Yeah.
What do you call it? So why do you want to act, or why have you wanted to act? Like, what do you find so romantic about it?
There's a joy that I find in being able to like.
Did you take theater or anything like that, like growing up?
Like super briefly. I wouldn't even like count it as theater. I've done like 2 plays in high school. It was really in college where I did one of my foreign exchange friends.
Yeah. Where did you go to college, by the way?
What?
Where did you go to college, by the way?
2 schools: Southern Illinois first, and then Ohio State.
Okay, Ohio boy.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Kinda.
I'm still from Chicago, but like
Okay. Oh, you're from Chicago too?
I'm from Chicago.
Dang, bro, Chicago got some really good bars.
From Nigeria, but here in the States, I'm from Chicago.
Were you born in Nigeria?
I was born in Nigeria.
Oh, no, you weren't. Really?
Yeah, bro. I moved here when I was like 7 or 8.
Dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I'm foreign.
Yeah.
We're out here.
That's dope. So born in Nigeria, Chicago, Illinois, and then Ohio for college.
Yep.
Dope.
Yeah.
So back to the acting thing. Like, how did you get into it?
So one of my friends was a foreign exchange film student, and he needed someone to kind of be on the other side so he could work on some things for his project, which he submitted to the film festival, and he won that.
Oh shit.
So like, yeah, bro, I decided at that point, because I've always kind of wanted to act, because I love movies, man. I love like being able to escape the world I'm in, and just being in another one. That's really what it is for me. And then that was when I really saw, I was like, oh man, this is actually kind of doable. Like, I was on the other side of a camera. I liked how it felt. I liked how I was able to like, take direction and use that and just kind of like be a different person.
Yeah.
And like see that product on like, the camera after everything is said and done.
Yeah.
It's just, it just brings some sort of joy to me, bro. And I was like, bro, I can actually do this. The same way I realized that I could do personal training. I was like, okay, I'm in the gym. Like, maybe there's a chance. Maybe I can do this for a living, Obviously, like, as I moved here, I realized that it's really not as simple as just walking on the big screen. And
it's not.
No, it's very much not that way at all. But
I like how you're talking about just right now about how, like, it could take you in, like, a different world.
Yeah.
And, like, really back to personal training, too, can change someone's life.
Yeah.
Like, stories can change a lot of people's lives. Like, for example, the other day I was working at the restaurant, and there was a party in the back, and this guy who was part of the party, he was Christian Bale, Batman. And I was like, Batman's one of my favorite movies, like the first 2 especially, and I was like, he just looked like a normal dude, right? And
they always do.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, like, as a little boy, I don't even know when the first Batman came out. Like, I don't know what year or anything, but I was pretty young, I think. I was relatively young, and I just like love that story. Like, it was super motivating just to like start working out too. This dude like would hop out of bed, do 50 push-ups, like all that stuff. And I was like, wow, that changed my life. And there's that guy like played that role. So
that was him.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you what my dream role was, bro. It was supposed to be Black Panther, man. That was the role I've always wanted. I always wanted that role. That just fit me so well. I'm African. I got a decent physique.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just
decent understatement, but go ahead.
Hey man, you gotta be humble every now and then, But yeah, I mean, no disrespect to the guy who played it. Obviously, like, he did a great job. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
He did it. He killed it. He crushed it. That's his role now.
Yeah.
That's his piece of history.
Yeah.
And I would never want to take that from him, because he just got there first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it for me. But like, at this point forward, obviously, like, not for me.
Did you end up offered a role in that movie?
Yeah. Oh man. So, I was supposed to be one of the Jabari warriors.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I did this, but like,
You turned it down?
I turned it down because I was salty that I wasn't able to be this person, this main character that I don't know why I thought I could even do that. Like, bro, like you just got here to LA. What do you think you're gonna do?
Was it like right when you got here?
No, I mean like, but like I haven't been here that long still in the grand scheme of things, you know? So like for me, it's like, you're not gonna just walk on and be this main character in a Marvel film.
You didn't believe that. Like you thought that when you got here, you could just knock it out.
Yeah, I thought like, you know, doors would open and like one way or another, like starting from that year, I would slowly work my way up.
Sure.
But that's just not how acting is. Like there's times where you might not get work for like several years, you know? So I wanted that role and it just, you know, obviously didn't happen. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to take this then. Even though obviously like in retrospect, I should have gone there and done that. I might have met other people on set who could open up other doors. Yeah. And still, even if I didn't, I would have been in a fucking Marvel movie. So like, you know, I had a friend who did it. Yeah. He went out there, he did his thing, you know, he enjoyed whatever the press that came with that too. Like, I mean, it's sure. But like for me, it was more of like a, you know what? Like it's more personal. So like this one thing, it's okay because I wanted this more.
You actually like for a long time wanted that
role. That was my that's role. Me. That like for it was like that was made for me, bro.
Like how long?
Bro, since I was a kid.
Really?
Bro, like obviously like how many African superheroes are there?
I mean, Black Panther.
Right. How many big ones too? Like that's the one.
Yeah.
So like I'm like this, like, you know, I've obviously like built my body to a certain point. I feel like I'm like tall enough, I'm like big enough. I was like, that's for me, bro. At some point I'm gonna get to it. But like you know, life is not that way. So at this point, as long as I can get into a Marvel film, I'm good.
Oh, so you want to be in like
I want to be in a superhero film. Okay. Yeah. Whether it's Marvel or DC, you know, I've always had a fascination for superheroes. Yeah. So for me to find myself in one would be amazing, bro.
Yeah. Dude, would you be open to any other type of acting?
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's not just action. Like I would do romance. I would do horror. I would do like I'm open about because I think that's what makes you a good actor is the willingness to like really like explore different roles. Yeah. I don't want to be typecast. Sure. That's yeah.
I mean a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I read Matthew McConaughey's book. Have you read it? Green Lights? Or heard about it? So
great actor though.
Yeah, he at one point in his career he got typecasted as a rom-com, and he was like, he put his foot down. He's like, I'm not gonna do rom-com movies anymore. Yeah. So, but then for the next like year and a half, people were calling up for rom-coms. Like this one movie is specifically, I don't remember, offered him I think like $8 million. Then he said no. Then they said $10 million. He said no. Then 15 mil. He said no. 20 mil. He was like maybe, but still no. Right. And it took that turn down at that point in his career to like someone offered him, I think 2-3 years down the road, a different role finally. And then that broke it out. But like it's typecasting in Hollywood is sometimes inevitable. Like for example, Keanu just went. Have you watched the show Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon?
Not yet. It's brand new, right?
It's like 2 years now. 2 years ago. It's placed in the 1920s or 1900s. Super funny. It's like based on this like female comedian. I laugh my ass off every single time. But it's like there's like burlesque dancers and stuff like that. And so Keanu went over for an audition in New York, and they already did the like photo look, you know, and say like come through. Yeah. But the first day, half the girls are like, they just said stand in a line. Yeah. And they just dismiss people regardless of how good their dancing is.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's like you had all these girls fly out to New York to just say bye. Yeah. You know?
Did she get dismissed too, Kiana?
No, she made it to the last day. Yeah. But I was like, that would have sucked. It was like
dude, that's the worst part about Hollywood. But like you really just have to like enjoy the journey, bro. Like you know that you're not gonna get every role. You know that most of it is going to be a waste of your time and energy, but like you still have to like find a way to wake up each day and just keep going. Just like going to the gym, you know that you're going to get to that physique eventually, some point, you know, but no, it can be rough, man, which is why I think it's really good for you to have more than one like hobby or one like thing that you really like. Yeah. For me, obviously acting is my one thing that I've always wanted, but I've also like built a fitness community for myself and for other people. So like for me, I can escape to that. Yeah. So when I'm not doing acting or working on that in any way, I still got fitness. Yeah. I'm doing fitness shoots, fitness related, whatever. Yeah. So I'm not out here depressed or like, you know, which is
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it happens a lot,
because especially I think my first 2 years like in LA, I was a very sad guy.
Sad? Why are you sad?
2 years?
Yeah,
my first 2 years.
First two?
Yeah,
those should be the best years.
No, I don't think so. Well, like one, you don't have a community. Back to you said you built this community. You're like, I have my tribes out here. Like I have a gym tribe. I have like my arts tribe. I have bartending like tribe. Like I get to spend quality time with these people who I get to learn from and enjoy their company.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that for like the first 2 years. I didn't know like especially these tribes defined you. So like this gym like group that you have, like this community, like I feel like it should make you a better person. Like you enjoy the company, you're working out with these people. Like I didn't know what group I wanted to be in, and I didn't know like I guess like what kind of person, because your hobbies define who you are. Yeah. What you do is what you are, basically. Yeah. And I didn't know exactly. So like if you're lost trying to figure out what the fuck you want to do, you're just lost and sad.
That is true. That's true. That's true. But
versus like right now, I enjoy everything I do. I'm a very happy guy.
That's good. That's true. But the hunger is different when you first get out here. Yeah. And I guess for some people that hunger can equate to like sadness, I guess. But like for other people, for me, I was very happy. I was like, man, this is a new environment. Yeah. There's so many things that I haven't seen yet. Yeah. I got fucking palm trees everywhere, bro. Like there's nice sun. I'm from like the Midwest where it's just cold and depressing a lot. And I got all these things out here.
Damn, these LA people don't understand.
Bro, it's just but this place has also changed though in the last like 3 years since COVID happened. Yeah. It's just not the same. But when I first moved here, this place was just a different vibe. It felt like a different country when I first got here because I'd never seen this kind of like place. People are chill. People are very relaxed. There's a culture here that I don't have.
People are chill and relaxed over here?
People are chill, bro.
Compared to what?
The Midwest. I mean, like just
chill in what way? Like
just like laid back. Like there's more of a laid back culture here than there is in, for example, like New York, for example. People there are just on the go always. There's always that hustle mentality. Yeah. Here, very much the opposite of that. People are just laid back about everything. I remember when I first got here, my brother moved here first. He was looking for an apartment, and everywhere he would go, like they would just be like, yeah, we'll get back to you when they're just taking their time. It just didn't seem like there was any urgency at all. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, wow, this is interesting, but yeah.
Well, I was about to say the reason why I love LA is because it makes. I was about to say the hustle culture in the sense like everyone's trying to achieve something. Yeah. Versus and that hunger, like you just said, like motivates me every day because I live here. Because everyone else, like when I hear about you like trying to do your acting stuff, going to the gym like all the time, so I'm like, fuck, like I'll see you working out, and I'm in my bed fucking tired, and I'm like, damn,
gotta go.
I gotta go now. Henry's working out, and that goes back with like everything though. Like there's so many people out here who I'm motivated from because like it's like everyone's doing it and I want to do it too. Versus like if I'm living in my hometown, I was born in California, like Menlo Park, and I was raised in Fresno, California. But like it's a very home country vibe. A lot of people settle down at like 22, have their 2 kids, like and stay in their like 4-bedroom, 3-bath house with their dog and white picket fence, like And like I'm like sometimes I think about like that sounds kind of nice right now. Yeah. But then also I'm like, does it? Like I would get bored of it. I would get bored in 2 weeks.
Yep, you wouldn't be happy with it. I'm sure Tom Brady had the same thought when he went back. Same concept, bro. He's like, man, I have all this stuff, but it's not what I love. I got to go back out there. I got to get back out there.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's understandable too, because like, especially Tom Brady's situation, he's still fit and he still could do his thing.
Very much clearly. Yeah. I think the man just wants to win another one, and then he'll like.
Yeah. Do you follow sports at all still?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, depending on what sport.
Yeah, I'm super into the playoffs this year for basketball.
Who you got?
I like Warriors, but I think Celtics are really good.
Yeah.
But they're pretty young, too. I don't know.
You're not messing with the Mavs, huh?
No. Mavs are out.
Yeah, it's a recent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Helps her out.
man.
Luca just needs to be more fit, bro. You got to go train him. Like, I think he could be way better if he fucking just got fit.
Dude is well-rounded. He's very well-rounded, man. He came here.
He's not well-rounded in terms of fitness.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, as far as like talent though, skill.
Talent.
Like, you know,
He has extremely good skill.
I think people like kind of underrated him before he got here. It just people forgot that like this guy has logged over like 4,000 hours of actual like court time overseas and stuff. So
dude, his body's beat up.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know. He could take a beating for sure though, which is good for him.
Yeah.
He could play in Jordan's era. He's one of those players who I feel like could play in Jordan's era for sure.
I think so. That was the craziest documentary. Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, bro. This whole time, like I told myself, I know, bro. I know. I watched the Kanye one though, but
Kanye one was good. Kanye one was a lot shorter.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I have to watch that.
What's it called again? I don't know. But after watching, I watched it at least 5 times, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll play it on my background while I'm like working out.
Is it still up there?
I think so. Like
okay.
I was playing on YouTube and Netflix. I think it's on Netflix still.
Yeah.
But dude, like it's so motivating. Like it is so motivating, and to see back to your thing.
Yeah.
Like my mentality is if someone could do it, I could do it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And like watching these documentaries, Kanye's or Jordan's or whoever's documentary, and you see the story, and you're like, at one point in that story, you're like, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's just a reminder, in my opinion, that, oh, okay, I don't need to be down on myself right now because I'm just in that part of that story.
At some point, something will happen. There's going to be a turning point.
Yeah.
You just have to like know. It's all opportunities, man, because I've also learned too that no one has ever succeeded on their own.
Yeah.
That's another thing that you learn out here in LA. Like you see people like acting like they got it all on themselves. I'm like, no, bro.
Yeah.
At some point, someone invested their time into you. Someone gave you an opportunity. Someone linked you with other people.
Yeah.
And you just kept going up and up. So it's just that's just for the most part, that's what needs to happen for you to reach success, you know?
Yeah. It's weird if you think about it that way, because the negative mentality you could have that. It's like, oh, well, I'm not going to make it because I have no connections and blah, blah, or you know?
Oh, no. That's I will get connections.
I know.
Mentality that you got to adopt, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to make friends. I'm going to be nice to people because you'd never know who you're talking to in LA. You just never know.
Yeah.
You could be talking
being a good person just pays off.
It does, bro.
Being a nice human, like everyone has their like mess ups.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're all human. But like if you're nice to that kid in like high school who's, I don't know, some dork or like whatever, and a ton of people are picking out of, and now he's like the next Steve Jobs,
the next silicone god.
You know, like you don't know what people are capable of. You don't know people's stories, you know, anything like that, and it just pays off to be a good person, in my opinion.
It does.
Yeah. So let's talk about your knee injury real quick, because it's affected your life in a long time, right? So what happened?
So I got cast to be in this show.
Wipeout,
yes. I feel like I could talk about it now. I'm allowed to, yes. So
Are you?
It's been long enough. They're about to put it on the screen, I guess.
Oh, is it not? Is your episode not up yet?
Bro, I don't even care. I don't know. I'm not looking forward. Like, honestly, people ask me this. I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Like, they've emailed me saying that they're gonna post it sometime in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Or within. I don't care. I hope it's not, honestly.
So Wipeout is basically this show that is like a ridiculous version of American Ninja Warrior, I think.
Yes, it's very dangerous. But essentially the point is you're in an obstacle course and you're trying to avoid things from hitting you. Things that you don't see coming, things that you don't know when will come. Because the whole point of the show is that you
get wiped out.
Get messed up. Yeah. So, you know, I didn't make it very far.
Henry's the literal definition of it.
Yeah, I didn't make it very far. So I tried to jump off a platform onto another, and I was trying to time it, so it's like a giant board that I'm standing on.
Okay.
And I didn't know this thing was spring loaded because they just don't show you that before you go. So like I go to jump finally, and I feel like one of the guys who operates the machines was probably like, "Oh man, it's taking too long. Let me just," you know, some sort of button was hit. The thing went off, and like my knee just snapped. Like it's pretty much like snapped, set my kneecap right into my quad. It just patellar tendon fully ruptured, bro. Bro, I fell in the water because it's like you fall into 10 feet of water too, you know, and then I'm like almost drowning because I can't can't fucking swim right now, and then they just think I'm panicking because it's cold water. But I was out for what, 3-ish months, 4 months.
Can you describe the feeling of that pain when it happened? Because I've never really broken a bone. I fractured.
I didn't break a bone, bro. My bones were fine. It was my tendon. Yeah.
Oh fuck. So it snapped.
I have very strong bones.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Your density was fine. Okay.
So like, it was my tendon.
How did it feel to have your tendon snap?
Dude, like it felt like.
Describe it.
Just imagine like you're holding like a very tight rubber band, right?
Yeah.
And it's severed right away. Like that's what it didn't even hurt that bad. Like it wasn't that bad at the time. It was more so like I can't move my leg. Like something's wrong with my fucking leg. Like, you know, of course it hurt, but I was more in shock that there were so many things happening at once. The board went off on me. I'm in the water. It was just ice cold, which probably helped numb some of the pain anyway. But I mean, it was really more so the fact that it started to dawn on me that, yo, like you have now ruptured your patella tendon.
Yeah.
Because before I left the stage, it was like you might have like a tear. You might like, we won't know yet. And I was just like, bro, like, please, I swear to God, please don't tell me that this is a full rupture, that I have to have surgery. And then like I pull up to the hospital, finally figured it out with insurance and everything. And then they tell me that I have fully ruptured my knee, my tendon, and I have to have surgery. Otherwise I could risk being disfigured. So it's just with this kind of injury, if you leave it alone, right, for too long, you can risk being disfigured. Basically, your knee will stay in the same place. So it's one of those, like, we got to take care of this thing, like, right away for the best results possible.
Yeah.
You know? And you know me, bro. Like, my body comes first before anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. Because another thing, with the way COVID is happening, with surgeries and stuff, if I leave this place, there's no telling when I'll have another opening for surgery, when they'll be able to take me in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, this is the worst thing that could happen right now. I'm sitting right here. No one else can come in because they're not allowed in. I'm like, bro, like I have to have surgery dead ass by myself. I can't even like talk to like, bro, it was bad. And I'm just like trying to find ways out of it. Like, what if I do this? What if I don't? What if I wait this long?
I don't mean to laugh, bro. This is just hysterical.
Bro, it's the worst, man. That's the worst. You know, COVID. Oh my God. I feel bad for like people who have gone through things with family members and they're just not allowed in.
Well, if people can't see their kids and stuff. What do you
call
it?
Bro.
So you literally had surgery by yourself?
Surgery by myself.
Like that day?
A day after. The next day.
The next day?
The next day, bro. Yeah, it was bad. And then
what was the recovery I mean, obviously you're still recovering, but you're squatting back again. Like you're
I'm squatting back again, but it's not the same squatting that I was doing before. So you know, working on that. But
yeah, you're not squatting 5 plates yet.
No, that's the easy part. The standing in place, going up and down. It's the plyometric movements that I can't really do yet. The jumping the running.
Shit.
You know,
because like you're athletic. Like you can't like show it as much right now.
No, I know. The worst part is that people think that I can do these things just by looking. They don't see that, you know, that my knee is not really working with me right now. So it just looks like I'm like healed up.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead and do some dunks again.
Bro, I might test it out. I might have to test it out one day, but I don't want to blow my kney out.
Yeah, Kev's trying to get there. He's been doing all the knees over toes guy stuff.
That guy's amazing, bro. I started watching his stuff too when I got hurt.
Yeah, especially.
Yes, especially.
You do backwards sleds at all?
No. I just kind of start with the basics, and I don't want to do something that's gonna set me back too much. So I'm just kind of taking my time to get to the point where I need to, because that guy does some intense things that you need.
Yeah, but
to already have decent
sledding is the most.
Oh, like okay, never mind. That's what you mean. Like basically, you're walking backwards with a sled.
Yeah,
I do that. I've done that.
Okay, yeah.
Or a treadmill, whatever. Whichever way.
Treadmill.
Going backwards is building more strength.
Yeah. He talks about it's like one of the most important movements for your knees for anyone who has it. I don't know the science behind it, but like anyone can do it from an old person. Like you literally just tie something on your hip. Yeah. And all you're doing is walking backwards with minimal weight. Yep. And then slowly build it over time, and it's like strengthening your knees. Yep. Yeah, he's great, and for how like this body composition is, and like how like he can get way over the rim, bro.
He used to play basketball. Yeah, he played college ball, so like he already kind of had that going, but then he had bad knees, and so he's got a familiarity with basketball already. Yeah, but the guy can move. He's got some bounce to him.
I listened to his podcast on Joe Rogan, and he talks about how his diet, hasn't had a cheat meal in over 2 years or something like that. Like nothing bad. And I was like, it's crazy. Like the discipline is insane. He was like, yeah. Also the videos that he posts, like why he's gotten so big, I think he posts 3 videos on every platform every single day.
Yeah. That's dedication, man. You have to be very routine driven and be in an environment where you're able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, if you have to do this other thing, if you got to go take your kids here, if you got to do this or that, it makes that harder to do. Like if you have a partner who's able to kind of help you out with that, and I'm sure he does actually.
Yeah.
Then it makes that life so much easier. No, I'm pretty sure he has like a wife. Yeah.
Okay.
But
what's your routines like?
Depends on the day, because as a trainer, you really don't. You know.
Yeah. But obviously, there's things that are routine or consistent in your life that define or like help you grow.
Yeah.
You know.
Nutrition is probably the most routine-driven thing that I have. Like, no matter what happens.
What's your daily diet?
No matter what happens, I'm at around 200 grams protein. You know, my carbs vary depending on what I'm doing or depending on where I want my physique to be at.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to like build more muscle, if I'm trying to really grow, my carbs are going to be sky high, you know.
Yeah.
But if that's not really the goal and I'm trying to lean out, my calories are lower. My carbs are a little bit lower too. So it's just, I'm always on top of my nutrition. Like I don't care how much the shit costs. I'm going to buy it. If I need it, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to grow from it, you know?
Yeah.
That's priority for me.
Yeah. Do you think it's, because a lot of clients that people have, or like just people who are trying to get in shape themselves, like for me, like it's really, as well as myself, like I suffer from it too. Like it's really hard for me to like keep track of like proteins, fat, like just all the time.
Yeah.
Like just like I would be way on it if I was competing in bodybuilding, but like I just, in my head, I just try to estimate the amount of protein I have every day because that's the only thing I really care about, and then everything else is fine.
It really helps to, like you said, to build some sort of routine, but also further helps to eat the same shit every day, because then you already, if you've already figured out your macros from a specific set of meals for like a full day, and you eat that same thing every day because you've already figured out what it's doing for you for that one day, it compounds. So now you know exactly what you're eating, and it's easier than like going and trying to eat new things that you haven't really like counted for yet. Or
what's your go-to meals then?
Bro, I'm keeping it real simple right now. Like I'm on the go a lot, and people don't realize how simple they can make it. I can go to Trader Joe's, and I've done this before I got here, because my day's not over yet. I went to Trader Joe's. I bought one of those bags of like pre-boiled eggs. It's already peeled, it's cage-free, it's in the bag. Yeah. All you have to do is eat it. You know, microwave it if you want to and eat it. I obviously didn't. I just ate it straight out the bag. But, you know, you got to know what you're getting in those 6 eggs, though. You're getting your 36 grams of protein, but you're also getting that same amount of fat pretty much. Yeah. So you got to know your numbers for the day, or have some sort of ballpark, because I don't think it's really like conducive for most people.
So you're simple. Like you really don't. It simple. You really don't care about like really good quality, like I don't know, like chefing up I don't know, some Asian quality, any freaking meal.
I don't need my meals to look pretty. I just need them to work for me. You know, the food quality is important though. Like I think the food has to be good quality food. Yeah. Like I would rather get my carbs from Whole Foods than to get it from like, you know, a bag of chips, French fries, you know, greasy stuff like that. Even though it could provide me the carbs I need, you know, it'll add other things that I don't need, like the sodium, extra sodium, and the oils that probably aren't good for you, you know. Probably very bad. That's what gets people too, is the type of oils that you fry your food in. So you want to be real careful with that.
What's the best oil to fry your food in?
Honestly, I think if you're being scientific, I think you're better off frying your food in like certain kind of fats, animal fats, as opposed to oils, vegetable oils. Sure. But most people are not going to do that, obviously. Or
it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, it is. It's
a lot more expensive. I went to Erewhon when it opened up in Studio City.
Yeah. Oh, you got Erewhon money. Okay.
No, I just checked it out. I got honey. Yeah. And I got one other thing, and it was like $50. Maxed out.
Yep.
I was like,
that's a whole ass grocery bag at like Trader Joe's, bro.
It was literally 2 cans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got some blueberry something, a supplement, and honey, organic honey for $50. And I was just like, all right, I'm going back to Trader Joe's.
Yep, right back. Right the fuck back to Trader Joe's. No, it just, you have to make it easy for yourself. You have to, I think it helps to write down, take a piece of paper, do it for a week. Yeah. You know, or At the very worst, a day. Do it for a day.
Well, that's super good advice too. Like once you get your macros down for a certain amount of meals, just eat the same shit.
Eat the same shit.
Yeah.
But also learn to read those labels. You know, learn the difference between your proteins, your carbs, your fats.
Yeah.
Learn to do the math from reading these labels. Learn what serving sizes mean so that you know that you're not, messing up if you're eating a whole bag of something that you thought was a smaller serving size than what it is.
Yeah.
So you got to learn to figure that kind of stuff out. And like once you do it, just like anything else, it becomes easier.
Yeah.
People who edit videos for a living, they didn't start out having a good time with it. So the more they do
any editing?
I've tried, bro. It's so a lot.
Hard.
It's a lot. It takes too long to do just one little thing.
Well, Casey Neistat, one of the best. You know who Casey Neistat is?
No.
One of the biggest YouTubers. Like he did daily vlogs for 3 years, like literally every single day.
Wait, Casey, what's it?
Neistat. He's the guy with glasses.
I think I actually do know who that is. Yeah, he's like a younger. Is he younger?
No.
Never mind.
No, he's like late 30s.
No.
But he did daily vlogs for over 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Every single day, and 5-minute videos. But it took him 8 hours to edit a 5-minute video.
That's nuts, bro. And like, imagine me. It took me like a week, 2 weeks to try that.
Exactly.
And I would give up. By the time I got to that point, I would just be like, bro, I'm done. That's just what it is.
Dude, it's such a talent, and it's like if you never tried it, you don't know. Because a lot of people are like, that dude just edits videos, is easy. It's a
lot. I'd rather, when it comes to that point, I'd rather pay someone who's better at it than me to just do it.
Yeah, who's dedicated their life to it.
Dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Which is where I can kind of understand why people pay trainers, I guess, because
they're
better than, they've already figured it out. So why am I trying to,
Yeah. What are you most excited for in your life right now?
What am I most excited for?
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm just most excited that just my health is back, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm a simple person, bro. Like I don't like to overcomplicate things. Like I really want this acting thing to work out eventually at some point.
Yeah.
So like I'm just most excited for the chance to continue going to that direction,
Yeah.
Someday something has to happen if I just keep knocking on the same door. So we'll see.
Yeah, dude. I mean, health's important, especially for you. I think I don't know. Did the injury? What did it do for you mentally, or what did it do to you mentally? There's
a period of time where, if you were someone who was very athletic, very active before an injury, there's a form of depression that you start to experience because you're like, damn, I might never be the same again.
Yeah.
And then you start to, have to get yourself to a point where you might have to accept that, okay, well, I might not be the same, but I'll be as close as possible to that.
Yeah.
You have to know that, there's going to be a chance for you to kind of make progress towards that number,
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was down for a little bit because it's like, damn, bro, like I was doing all these things and now I can't do any of this stuff anymore. I'm not really gonna be able to book any work if I'm not able to like walk and move and stuff. So what am I supposed to do? Like, okay, now I gotta get in the gym. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
So it's motivation, even more motivation to get yourself back to base, so you can do the basic things that the average person can do.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just
like you take walking for granted at that point.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah, I did everything I was supposed to because a lot of guys too will go to physical therapy and kind of just half-ass it and do it. I went hard because I was like, bro, there's no way. I got to go to therapy 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Like make sure that I'm, the first few months of this injury, I'm seeing somebody who's going to help me get better with it, who's going to help me figure it out. So I did that. Thankfully, that was able to, I actually had to, there was a point in time where I had to go back to the doctor to have him like, I forget the procedure's called, but they had to like put me back under and like physically like almost like they broke my knee into place. Like because there's only a certain amount of bend that I could do, right?
Okay.
I just couldn't get there.
Bend backwards this way, like
towards to bend backwards, yeah.
Backwards.
It just wouldn't go past a certain point, no matter what I did.
Okay.
So like to get me back to like having the same range of motion as this leg, they had to go in there and go do this. Basically, they're taking your leg and they're bending it back as far as it can go. Obviously, you can't be awake for that.
Because it hurt like.
Yeah, you'd be in a lot of fucking pain. So yeah.
Dang, how's it like to go? I've only went under one time for wisdom teeth, and it's just like such a weird feeling.
That's a weird feeling for sure. I don't really like Midas, whatever, but like I feel like it's interesting because I always try to fight it. I'm like, oh no, I can fight it. No, you can't fight it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where like I'm like, oh okay, I wonder if I could fight it for a little bit. I wonder if I could like actually like, and then as soon as you like start thinking about that, you're already out. You know, and it takes like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, 3-4 seconds, you're out.
Yeah, dude, it's a scary thing. I don't know, like, just.
Bro, the wrong dose and you're done. Which is why like these people get paid so much money. You know, it's, when you think about it, if they give you the wrong dose by even a little bit, you could die.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't want to think about that.
No, you shouldn't. shouldn't think about that, bro.
Are you a goals guy? Do you because you seem very disciplined, and like I feel like I'm a relatively disciplined guy, but in terms of diet, you're way more disciplined than I am. But in terms of goals, do you have any? Are you a goals person? Like, it sounds like you're very motivated.
Yeah.
But being motivated doesn't necessarily mean like this is goal 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 like in order. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely goal driven for sure.
Okay.
I like to set goals for myself that obviously you got to be reachable goals. Like I like to try to give myself enough time to realistically where I can like sort of meet it.
Sure.
If you don't meet it, you know, it's not the end of the world. I honestly thought to myself, like by the age of 30, I would have like figured out a lot of things. Still haven't. So, you know, you're not going to beat myself up over that. I feel like 30s is the new 20s anyway. So,
dude, people are living to like,
it's crazy.
Forever now.
Well, that too. And that we're not living the way our parents lived. We're not buying homes at the same rate.
Yeah.
Obviously, like money's different now. There's a lot more inflation.
Sure.
So we're not seeing the same sort of returns our parents had, you know.
I mean, you can move to Texas and get home tomorrow if you want, dude.
I mean, that is true. But then, you know, the acting stuff, you know, I might have to suffer.
Yeah. Do you have, so if you don't mind sharing, like, do you have any like crazy goals right now?
Dude,
not crazy, or just any goals?
My goal right now is just to really work towards like my entertainment like bag, just working on figuring out how the hell can I get myself out there.
Yeah.
Like how? And this takes me back to another thing. You know, I get asked frequently every year to do reality TV shows, bro. Like I get asked every fucking year, bro.
Really?
You know, bro, it's several weeks ago I got asked. Yeah, dude, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Not The Bachelor yet, because I would probably do that. Off top, like right away, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll do that. That's the one I would do, like for sure.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's just the classiest one, but like, you know, to me. But I've tried to avoid this for so long.
You have not been on The Bachelorette, by the way. Sorry.
Dog, I've been trying to avoid reality TV for so long because I feel like it's not healthy for actors to start that way, because then you get like I feel like directors or, you know, casting people would not take you seriously because
they
know you from from a reality TV show. And that's just what I've always thought, the way I've thought about it the whole time.
That does make sense. I understand where you're coming from. So if you just like take that out of the equation, what's the game plan? Like, how does one, like, is it just auditioning, and you land one?
For what? For reality TV?
No, for
acting?
For actually.
Yeah, bro.
Is it just auditioning and boom?
Acting is weird because you can be doing that. It's that, and it's a mix of that and being in the right fucking place at the right time.
Yeah.
If someone is looking for someone who looks exactly like me, for some reason, it doesn't matter who else is in that room. If they're better than me, if they're looking for Henry,
better than you in terms of like
acting,
a vector actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're looking for me, I could just be it could be my way in there.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend who, for example, he was in a feature film because
what's a feature film?
Like he's like the big screens. Okay. Because I forget where specifically he's from. He's Asian, and there's like they were looking for a specific, like they were looking for a person of a specific ethnicity from a certain area, and he just happened to be like the only one out here really, and they were just like, all right, that's all it really takes.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's back to the typecasting thing with Kiana. Like it's literally just. You look the part, and then therefore you have the part?
It's rare, but yeah, that does happen, bro.
Really?
It really does happen.
No way.
You know, that does happen sometimes.
That doesn't make sense to me, though, because, like, if, like, you're not a good actor, why would they hire you?
Well, I mean, you have to obviously, like, be an actor, too. Like, you know, but they'll figure out a way. If it's not, like, a big role, yeah, you know, if they don't really need you to do a lot of speaking, then they can figure it out. If you're already an actor, you're not... I mean, you can only fuck up so bad, bro. Yeah. Like, there's no way that you can fuck up an opportunity like that if you were already an actor, you know, already a trained actor.
So it just perfect timing.
Perfect timing, but that's more likely than not going to happen for me because, you know, obviously it's just
how it is.
It's just how it is, you know. But
what do you call it? I want to talk about Nigeria real quick.
Yeah.
So I look up to a lot of Nigerian dudes because I follow UFC a lot.
Yeah.
And Nigeria is just like the face of UFC right now. Like literally all the champions are Nigerian. And they're built different, bro.
That's our trademark saying. We're built different. We're built different.
But like one, why do you think that is? Is it just like a coincidence that like not a lot of Nigerian people are like, one, very athletic, two, really good at what they do, or is there something from Nigeria culture or how you were raised or how just that is over there that is the reason for, I guess, Nigerian quote unquote success?
Yeah, man. It really just stems back to how we're raised. We're raised to.
How's it different than like, I don't know, American culture or
we're raised to,
or any other culture?
I don't know. I guess we're raised to kind of just withstand a lot of like. We're raised to, how do I put this? We're raised to be strong under any situation. You know, we're raised to be well educated, to pursue that. We're raised to be basically the best at whatever it is that we're trying to do. We're raised to like try to like, you know, be the best that there is at that.
I feel like a lot of parents instill that in their kids, regardless of culture. Like, I know the principles there, but like, what exact things or like tasks or are promoted or done in Nigerian culture that I guess like elevates that principle way more?
Well, you really don't see UFC a lot in Nigerian cultures. Parents aren't really promoting that, but like, you know, what African parents promote is education.
Yeah,
like they want you to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a, you know, that's what you get. You get like three: the doctor, lawyer, or engineer. That's what it was.
Really?
And so like, but like obviously like it's 2022.
Sure.
Parents start to realize that, okay, well, if my son is good at something, then I'm gonna let him pursue that. You know, either you can support the kid or the person until they succeed, or you can just fuck off and have nothing to do with that. But African parents are always supportive for the most part. We're supportive people. Yeah. We support each other. We support our friends. We go all out. Yeah. But it is funny though. Our African parents tend to always like give us a hard time until they see the fruits of our labor. Yeah. You know, I could be trying to be an actor, but like, don't do this. It's a bad idea. You're not gonna get any money. And then as soon as I get something, like, oh my God, my son is this.
Yeah. I don't know. Asian culture is similar. My parents.
It is. The same. We are very similar. I've noticed that.
Yeah. My I don't know. College just like wasn't my thing until, so I went to community college to pursue professional golf. Yeah. Right. And I got into a lot of like 4-year colleges at the time, and my parents are like, what's my son doing with his life? Blah, 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 this and that. And then they see like the progress of just like my entire life at this point, and they're very proud. But back like they said, they were not in support of it until they saw that it was good enough to support. Yeah,
bro. They're all for it once they realize that they can leave you alone and you don't need their help pretty much anymore. That's where it really
and they're like, can we help you? Are you okay? Like
yeah. Are you able to eat?
Yeah, my mom, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, I don't remember, she was like, Are you okay on rent? Are you doing all right?
It's crazy.
I was like, yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
It's crazy, bro. But once they start to see that you're just stubborn enough to not care about, like, you know, you're so stubborn that no matter what, you're pursuing that same thing they've been telling you not to do. Yeah. They like start to wonder, like, damn, maybe there is a way that this can, you know, be successful for this. Like for example, for me, personal training, my parents were like, don't do it. You're not gonna be able to make money or live off that. But are you kidding me? Personal training is one of the biggest like career paths that you can make money from.
In LA.
You know, in LA, in anywhere really.
Do you think so?
Yeah, bro, because of online training now.
Okay.
So
I don't know much about online training, so.
I'm not an online trainer in that regard because I've always preferred to be in person. Yeah. I just personally don't feel like I mean,
you could scale it way more online though.
You can. When it comes to money, if that's your primary goal, yes, you're going to make way more online, but like personal training isn't really my passion to begin with. Yeah. Acting is. Yeah. So for me, I've never really put as much effort into like online stuff.
Yeah.
So
I like how you say that because there's this book the girl who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. Her name is Elizabeth Gilbert. She wrote this book called Big Magic.
Yeah.
And she says that don't make your art, your craft, like your job, because if you depend on your art for money, it will end up biting you in the ass.
Yeah.
And so like you are verbally like saying like, hey, is it my passion? I like doing it.
Yeah.
But like I'm making my money here, so I don't need to like stress out the thing that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like super important because like a ton of people, the whole starving artist thing, you don't need to be that. Go get a job and then like work on your art.
Support that art somehow. There's definitely smart ways to go about it.
Yeah.
And the more you fuck up, I mean, the more you realize this too, which is the beauty of messing up and picking yourself up, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I know you got to go pretty soon. Where can everybody find you to train if they want to train with you?
First and foremost, honestly, it's probably easier to reach me no matter where I'm at, obviously through my Instagram, which is at Henry, my first name, HENRY _ last name, N as in Nancy, WOKO.
Heck
so,
yeah. So
Instagram.
over there, if you want to train, and then at 45
and then
Burbank?
physically at, there's a gym in downtown Burbank called Burbank Fitness Club. Okay. So, yeah.
Sounds good, dude. We'll do this again. I appreciate you coming.
Let's do it, bro. Yeah, thanks for having me, dude. This was very unexpected, but it was cool. It was nice.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Henry, how do you say your last name one more time?
Nwoko.
Nwoko.
Let me tell you something. The real way to say it is not the way I tell people because most people just can't say it. The Nigerian way of saying my name is Nwoko. The N is silent.
Nwoko?
Yes.
Oh, that's easier.
So really,
Nwoko.
Okay, well, you're my foreign brother, so it's a little easier for you. It's a little different. But it wasn't so easy in school, so like I just told people Nwoko. That's just the easy way, you know.
All right, everybody, go out there, lift some weights, get better.
Lift some weights.
Get some discipline, and yeah, we'll see you next one. Peace.
Peace.